And welcome back, and it is the 29th of March, further maths 5 a day, and let's just go straight to the first question. Right, I've got to be careful with this one. So A and B are points on the circumference of a circle, centre O. AC is a tangent, right, so tangent's really important. So see the word tangent, circles question, so you're only thinking of two things. So first of all, 90 degrees for the radius and alternate segment theorem, which I'm thinking this might be. Angle BAC is 2x, so it's got that in the diagram. Prove. Now, again, if you see my other videos, you'll know I give brief descriptions. I talk to it. I don't write a lot of stuff down because otherwise you're just watching me write a lot of stuff down. Prove that angle AOB equals 4x. So angle AOB is this angle here, and I need that to be 4x. Now, I'm going to talk about this and then I'm going to write some stuff afterwards. I would note that this is going to be 90 minus 2x, and this is going to be 90 minus 2x. Which means that this is going to be 180 minus 90 plus 2x minus 90 plus 2x, which just leaves me with 4x. It's method 1. And by the way, I have to note that this is an isosceles triangle because it's got radii. The other method, which I'm going to do, because I think you may not spot it, is if I create my own line here, and I call this point here D, then I can say angle at D, so angle ADB, is equal to 2x. And that is because of alternate segment theorem. And that's the one that people tend not to like. But actually it is just, if you have a tangent and if you have a line, so in this line here, then the triangle that comes off it has the same angle. So that is also 2x. I'm going to write 2x in here, so I've got it. And then I can say angle AOB, which is the angle that I want. So angle AOB is equal to 4x because angle at centre equals 2 times angle at circumference. I think that was a little bit easier than writing the whole isosceles triangle and things matching. But I will say absolutely fine if you did that way as well. Next question. Right, so we have a solve question, and actually quite a nicely presenting one. I'm going to zoom in because I'll make sure I read this one carefully. Won't let me zoom in anymore. Okay, so I have 8. Well, I'm going to change everything to 2 first of all. So that's 2 to the 3. Times y over 2. So let's just put times y over 2 here. And I'm multiplying that by 2 to the power of 5, which is 32, equals 2 squared times 9 minus 5y. And I can actually at this stage just do it all in one and get rid of the 2's. But let's just do the step in between and tidy it up slightly. So that's going to be 3y over 2. Times means add the powers, so plus 5 is equal to 2, expand the brackets, 18 minus 10y. And now I'm going to zoom out a little bit now. So now I can say, ignore the 2's and just say 3y over 2 plus 5 is equal to 18 minus 10y. You don't have to do this, but I'm going to multiply everything by 2, which gives me 3y plus 10 is equal to 36 minus 20y. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to add 20y to both sides, which gives me 23y. It's not be a nice number. Take away 10 from both sides, which gives me 26, which means that y is equal to the 26 over 23. Not a great number, but I'm happy that's a correct number. Next question, and I think final question today. Factorise fully. Right, a few methods to do this, but I'm going to do it this way. So I'm going to call this f of x. I need to work out, it doesn't say show method or give complete working. So I'm just going to do the maths here and talk to the maths. So first thing I need is I need one root, I need one solution. And if I think about it, so 1 minus 6 plus 11 minus, okay. So if I think about it, that was me just doing the practice, f of 1 is equal to 1 minus 6 plus 11 minus 6, and that's equal to 0. And so that means by the factor theorem that x minus 1 is a factor of f of x, which means therefore I can factorise. Now you may not be comfortable with this, so I'm going to do this in one go and explain what I'm doing. So I now can write x minus 1 times, well this must be x squared because x minus 1 times x squared is x squared. So I've got my x squared. Equally, what number do I need to make minus 6? Well, it must be plus 6, mustn't it? Because minus 1 times plus 6 is minus 6. Now, if I multiply this by this, that gives me 6x, but I want 11x, so therefore I need another minus 5x, because minus minus is a plus, and therefore I've got my factorisation. Again, bit of practice, but you do get much better at doing that. I haven't finished. Pause the video and make sure you know why I haven't finished yet. Then the answer is because it says fully up here. So I'm now going to factorise again. So it's going to be x minus 1. X minus 5x plus 6 is the same as x minus 2, x minus 3. And that is my final answer. Good final question today. We haven't seen a question like that in a while. So really good little question. Either way, let me know how you did. Like, subscribe. See you tomorrow. Thanks all.